Hi everyone, Antoinette here. Today I'm going to talk about how ironically you can actually become more likable when you make certain mistakes. Now, if you're the kind of person like me who is a perfectionist, you're going to want to watch this video because there is some great news for you. Think about how when you're observing somebody that is really good at what they do, they're very highly skilled and competent, and that can be a little intimidating. And so at times they can feel larger than life. They can feel like they're perfect, like they're not making any mistakes. And so when people like that make a mistake, ironically, we feel more of a connection with them because they don't seem so perfect. They seem more human. They seem more like us. It makes them appear more vulnerable, more approachable, and authentic. And so those are attractive qualities in another person. Combining that harmless mistake with competence makes that person even more likable. And why is this? It's due to a psychological phenomenon called the Pratfall effect. This term originated by Dr. Elliot Aronson in the 1960s. He's an American psychologist, and he did a study that found that when people who are viewed as competent made a simple, harmless mistake, people actually liked them more. In the initial study, people were listening to a recording of a contestant answering very difficult questions, and he got 92% of the answers right. And then at the end, he spilled coffee on himself. And then in another experiment, it was the same contestant answering those same questions without the blunder. And the contestant was viewed more likable when he made the harmless mistake, meaning that when competent people make mistakes, we find ourselves more connected with them. We find ourselves liking them more. We don't respect them less if the mistake is a harmless one and if the person is seen as competent to begin with. He did the same study with another subject who did not answer the questions correctly, who was not competent. And when that person spilled coffee on himself, his likability decreased even more. So now let's break down the difference between a harmless mistake and one that is not harmless, meaning it is not going to make people like you more. Think about someone who, yes, they spill coffee or food on themselves, or they forget a word, or they do something a little embarrassing that's not harmful to anybody else, but it is simply a harmless mistake. Now, a harmful mistake would be if you're harming another person or you're harming the situation and making it worse. It could also be seen as harmful when you're not owning up to it. Maybe you're making excuses or you're trying to cover up your mistakes. Those kind of things are not going to increase likability. And also, you don't want to create fake mistakes just to try to be more likable. So you don't want to pretend to make a mistake when it's not reality, because over time, people are going to see through that. So the key is, whatever it is that you're really competent in, don't feel like you can't ever make a mistake, or, oh my gosh, you're going to be found out that you're not perfect and people aren't going to believe in you anymore. Freely admit your harmless mistakes. Let somebody know if you're embarrassed that you made a mistake, and move on. It'll make you connect with others better and make you more likable. If you know of somebody who needs to see this video, I hope you'll share it, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.